Reggae Boyz commentary. How is everyone doing? It's another evening, isn't it? Another evening where we discuss the wonderful, the beautiful game, isn't it? So
Wonderful.
let me just say this, right? So in life, it's all about learning, right? We have experiences that we use and we use to build upon. So I had a fairly challenging week, but enough about me. As you can see, I have on a Newport County jersey. Big up to Jamaican footballer Jamil Matt. I'm wearing this shirt in his honor after he was released by the South Wales based club today. A man who scored 28 goals in 96 games for Newport County. The man that was so key in guiding Newport County to the fifth round of the FA Cup last year has been released. The key talisman, the vibesman, the man that brings to a smile to every single resident in South Wales has been released. Shame on you, Count. Shame on you. You don't find centre forwards every day. And a centre forward of his ability is a man that can make a big difference. I guess the internet is just having some problems. All right. Let me just say this. A centre forward of his ability can make a difference between getting you to the playoffs or avoiding relegation. So I see 18, 17 of you in the comments. Give this video a big thumbs up. Come on. If you saw that Marlon King video, give this video a thumbs up. If you saw the Adrian Mariappa interview, give it a thumbs up. If you're looking forward to Joby McAnuff interview, then give me a big thumbs up. If you want me to take a shot of white rum, then give me a big thumbs up. Not just one or two, but three. And if you get me 100 likes before the end of this video, I'll drink the entire white rum bottle. Maybe. I just want to experiment something tonight. So I just want to see if Instagram voice notes can be played. And this is Motive Alex giving his viewpoint on a player that I believe should be part of the national setup and an individual that we desperately need. And his name is Calvin Phillips. And he's known as the Yorkshire hero in a way. I'm trying to remember the name that he was called. You know, Nathan Carr can be able to tell me. I'll get it in literally 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. The Yorkshire Pirlo. Yeah, because obviously born in Leeds. Leeds is in Yorkshire. Calvin Phillips. The best holding midfielder in West Yorkshire. Let's see what Motive Alex has to say about him.
Well, I personally feel that Calvin Phillips would be the best position or would be the best player in the central defensive midfield. He lacks that's what one part in Jamaica team that we lack. So I think he could fit in right in the team and things. So yeah. I'd love to see him come play for Jamaica. But as you said earlier, only the best players we like to see, and he's one of the best players, isn't he? So yeah.
Thank you very much, Motive Alex. I'm sure you heard that quite well, guys. So for future editions of Carona Thursday, if you want to give your opinion about a player or a matter, it's just 2 simple steps. All you have to do is follow Simon.Preston on Instagram. Send me a voice note and I'll play it. Simply put. Come on, guys. 8 likes. Don't you want me to see me drink white rum and get drunk? I know you don't, but whatever. Ibrook Palmer says, Wagwan. I'm here. Everything all right. What I've learned today is that everybody has their time and everything falls into place in time. April 28, 1990, Liverpool won their 18th league title. And 30 years, 1 month, and 27 days later, they're winning their 19th. Everybody has their time in life. They went through a period of transition, and now they're getting the fruits of their labor. The same can be said about international football as well. Do you remember where Panama was in the early 2000s? They were the beating stick side. Trinidad would give them 4 and 6. That's where Panama is coming from. And you saw what happened 15 years later? Yeah, 15, 16 years later. Well, in a way, the project started in 2004, and their first real glimpse of a fruit from that labor was beating Jamaica at the office. The following year, they go to the Gold Cup final. They go to another Gold Cup final down the road, and they qualify for a World Cup. Where's Jamaica in that transition period? We still have core, don't we? Adrian Mariappa. Yeah. Michael Hector. Core player. 2 players that had a share in the last World Cup qualifying campaign. For Maps, this will be his 3rd World Cup qualifying cycle. Where are we in that transition phase? I'm going to tell you all what I told Alex on Tuesday. International football is played out there, not on paper. You know, the 2014 final round of World Cup qualifiers, we had all the players to qualify. But what did we lack? Time together as a unit. After qualifying for the final round of qualifying, and after drawing with Mexico 0-0 at the Azteca, we injected Theo Robinson, Jermaine Beckford, Marvin Elliott, Gareth McCleary, Sean Cummings, Lloyd Doyley, and you realize that I haven't stopped naming names as yet. And there are more. Where are we in that transitional phase? Based on the squad that we took to the Gold Cup, can we qualify for the World Cup with that team? You want my honest opinion? Give this video a like and I'll drink. Get me to 20 likes in the next 2 minutes. I'll take a shot and I'll let you know. The clock is ticking. Alex Reed says, yo, Paul Ray, what's the topic about? Well, we talk about anything on this channel, don't we? Ibrook Palmer, when one door closed, another one open. Clearly somebody has been reading my Instagram posts of late. Alex Reed, any transfer in Jamaican players? Yes, Amal Knight is moving to Tucson FC. Is in the USL League One. Tyreek, any news on Low? Damien Lowe is going to be on the move soon. Across the Atlantic. Or out he's already in Europe. Somewhere in Europe. Real Talk TV. Why is Jamaica so disorganized? We have to go back to 1910 for that. What happened to Giles Barnes? Giles has had a number of injury problems since his move to India, playing in the Indian Super League. Come on, guys. 17 likes. Oh, no, not you at all. Or going for Barnes. Barnes is 32 this year, right? If he can prove that he's match fit, I don't have a problem with him being part of the pool, especially with what looks like would be an absence of Mattox for a little period of time, you know? Hunt says, I'm happy for Burke. Of course, I'm happy for Burke. I'm just concerned about what's going to happen at the end of the season. If they're going to loan him back to, well, if he's going to go back to MLS, or he gets the move that I expect him to get. You know, Germany has been on his case. You know, there's an agent who works quite closely with Borussia Mönchengladbach and said that he's been impressed with what Burke has been doing in Austria, you know? So for me, I just hope that he remains in Europe. That's my hope. El Zone says, you love likes too much. Well, there we go. Over 20 likes. Cheers. That's one. Next one. That's two shots. There you go. If I don't want to see me drink the whole bottle, yeah, forget me to 100 likes. So I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do already. How many strikers do you think will be part of the 23-man squad? For qualifiers, we have operated with 5 or 6, and usually of the 5 or 6, usually have 2 that are more versatile, and versatile in the sense that can play more than one position. So not necessarily a centre forward, but somebody that can play on the left or the right of a front 3. So generally speaking, we're going to work with 6, possibly 7. Is Jamal Low Jamaica? Yes, he is. Yo, which high school you went back in the days? St. George's? No, I went to Hillel Academy. I went to Hillel Academy from 1998 to 2013. The high school from '06 to 2013. The prep school from 98 to 2006. Yeah, Hillel Academy is a school that I went to. I enjoyed my experience there. And to date, I still have the record for being the tallest player to participate in the GISA Under 19 Inter-Secondary School Sports Football Competition. Yeah. When I made my debut at 14 years of age in 2008, I was 6 feet 4.5 inches tall, just about 1 meter 94. So that's the record that I had. And for Hillel Academy, I was once the record holder for being the youngest player to represent Hillel in an under 19 competition. But 4 years later, Justin McMaster, who represented Jamaica at the under 17 level, broke my record at 13 years of age. Justin McMaster went on and scored on debut against West Avenue, coming on as a second half substitute. So he took my record. That's all right, though. He's a quality player. Yeah, quality player, I know, right? Let's see what you guys have been saying in the comments. What about Damien Lowe transfer? Like I said, I think that he'll be remaining in Europe. I know that a couple of years ago, David Moyes was onto him, so the type of player that David Moyes would like. Any news on Ivan Toney? I understand he has his Jamaican passport. Well, if Berg goes to Borussia Mönchengladbach, that would be great. Absolutely. I would love to see more Jamaicans in Germany. You know which team D-Lo going, you know? Oh, yeah? If you type it below and it's the correct answer, then I'll drink the next one. Do you think Leon is making a move summer-wise? My gut tells me yes. My gut instincts tells me yes, even though I don't really have a gut these days. But yeah, my gut instincts tells me yes. Daniel Johnson, we need that player. Yes, we do. We need him badly. Who do you think Jamaica's strikers will be? Says David Nicholson. I think Shamar Nicholson, Deva Orgil, Bobby Reed. That's 3. Corey Burke. That's 4. Knowing Topper, there's going to be at least one local striker. Kamar Beckford, that's 5. As far as the 6th is concerned, it can be anybody that can just pop up. A guy can just score 7 goals in 7 games and bam, he's in the squad. You know what I mean? It'd be interesting to know if Kamar wants to play for us. We need to get some good CB chicken. No, I'm good, thanks. I'm full. Centre backs. Yeah, we'll get them for sure. What do you think about the rumors surrounding Leon Bailey? I'm still uncertain as to if the City deal will come through, because that is still bearing in mind that Leroy Sané leaves Man City. Is Chelsea an option? Yes. But as far as which club he'll go, that I'm still quite uncertain of. I remember the academy in Milo Cup. I remember Mo Young Butler. Is that guy related to Craig Butler? No. Ibrook says I was the youngest player to play School Challenge Quiz. Very good, sir. Very good. I actually played School Challenge Quiz too, 2005 edition, but this was the Junior School Challenge Quiz for Hillel Prep. We made it all the way to the second round, and I was a captain of Hillel Prep in the 2006 edition of the KFC Quiz Show, and we made it all the way to the quarterfinals. To date, that is the furthest we've ever reached in the competition. LODE Zone says West Ham. Nope, he's not going to West Ham. Sorry. Dave Nicholson. I think the striker should be Nicholson, Roof, Gregg, Burke, Orgill, and Mattox. I'm assuming you mean Damari Gray. That guy is just still undecided. Nope. Damien Lowe not going to Trabzonspor. For Jay Grant, imagine if Bayern signed Sané and signed Bailey before City signed him. That would be something, wouldn't it? Bailey not going to the Premier League. I think he'll be going to the Premier League, yes. Coleman says Manchester United. Nope. If Manchester United fails to get Jadon Sancho, then they're going to go for Irving Lozano. And if they don't get Irving Lozano, they're going to try Jude Bellingham. And if they don't get Jude Bellingham, then maybe Leon Bailey will be on the radar. That's why we can't get Daniel to play for us, and he's Jamaican. Daniel Johnson? Well, like I've said week after week after week after week after week after week after week on this program, get to 30 likes, will you? And let me drink this. So as I've said week after week after week after week, Daniel was quite irate about the travel plans that he had to come and represent Jamaica in the CONCACAF Nations League. The man had to travel from Lancashire to Manchester, Manchester to London, London to New York, New York to Miami, Miami to Mobay, Mobay to Kingston. That doesn't make any sense. Ooh, over 30 likes. Here we go. No, I'm not drunk. I'm 6'5", guys. Takes me at least 30 of these. Just kidding, guys. We're just having some fun, my God. Yeah, so I hope that answers your question. Simon, can you be my football manager? Certainly, of course. You have my contact details. You know where to find me. Private message me on Instagram, simon.preston. What about Mason Holgate? Gareth Southgate had a chat with him after Everton's game against Liverpool, so we shall see. Our midfield options can be Ravel, McGee, D. Johnson, Speedy, Lambert, and probably El Baker and Kevin Stewart. El Baker is waiting on England, surprisingly. You have some players that just rather one cap for England than 99 caps for Jamaica. Let them go on. You see, man like Mikel Antonio, him can take away himself. Good evening, Simon. What about Nathaniel Adamalakan? Good player, you know. He's in Austria right now. Had a short stint over in Portugal, but he's not playing in the top tier in Austria, which is my concern for a player in his early 20s. I still would like to see him play at the top tier, even if it means that he transfers to an Eastern Europe league where he gets a top tier like a Serbia or Slovakia or Bulgaria or Hungary. I need to see him playing in the top flight, not in the third division, you know? So that for me, but Nathaniel is certainly a player that's down the road, he can put the ball in the back of the net for us, for sure. Ibrook promises I was also the youngest coach, 18 years old. My team won their first match, Spalding High. Well, I was 13 when I coached till at prep, but I was the assistant coach. But all right, sounds good. Keep it up, Mr. Palmer. Jordan Garrick could be the squad player. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, that could work. Lozano is not on United list. I beg your pardon, my friend. I have just spoken to a quite reliable source at Manchester United, and Irving Lozano is somebody that is on the radar. He's not a plan A, but he's certainly a plan B. How we know Anawata? Listen, you want me to recite a cartel song for you? Bad mind get the best of them. Me see it in other them. Them claims say them are your friend. All I know. Mr. Palmer, you see you? You see you? Watch me and you. Simon, me know you know where Team Low going. I don't know which specific club he's going, but I know for certain he will be in Europe. That's what I know. David Nicholson says, why do we use players? Okay, the comments are moving just a tad bit too fast. Why do we use players in USL who are not good enough to play in the MLS like Speedy when we play against teams like United States with some of the best players in MLS? I agree with you, my friend, and like I said to Alex, the best player should take the field, even if it means 10 English-born players and one Jamaican-born player. When does World Cup qualification start? Says Howard Wilson. It's not September because FIFA has decided they're going to alter their match calendar. And as it stands right now, it's looking at October 2020. Well, go on, Simon, what do you think about FIFA when it said that our own CONCACAF format, and they'll see what they'll use. Again, it's left to be seen if the format will be able to make some adjustments. But what we know for now is that October 2020 will be the start of the qualifying. What about the Manchester United right back? Will he play for us? Ethan Laird is in a tug of war. Do I think he would play for us? Yes, I do think he would play for us, especially bearing in mind the depth of English right backs at this point in time. You're talking Kyle Walker, Kieran Trippier, Trent Alexander-Arnold, and Aaron Wan-Bissaka. How is he going to get into the England setup anytime soon? To be honest, I think he's going to be a fantastic fullback. But right now, he is not going to get into the England squad. Brandon Williams, the left back, will get in the England squad. Mikel Antonio will never play another game for England. He never even played a game for England. The man gets 6 call-ups and the man do an interview with BBC and the man hung up an English shirt on him wall and him never play for England. The man said, "Oh, I got called up for England 6 times, so that definitely counts as a cap. So I'm going to hang up a shirt on the wall." Go ahead, move yourself, Mikel Antonio. Go ahead, turn down a call-up from us. You will never, ever take the field for England. Jamaica should poach Ivan Toney for World Cup qualifying. I believe that he will be approached. The man is that Jamaica won't get Calvin Phillips. And is he eligible? Of course he's eligible. And why can't we get him? He's the Yorkshire Pirlo. Why not? Drizzle Hall can be a good right back for us. Yeah, adds depth. Roger granted carp teams continue to improve and who are not FIFA member because FIFA members for World Cup qualifying carp should get 3 spots for North America. I don't even know if that's a question. David Nicholson, exactly. I agree with what you said about English-based players. Thank you. I appreciate that. If Lozano comes to United, he will play a sub role because he's not even starting for Napoli. Well, players, they come to England and they just hit the ground running, bam. Will Lamar Walker move to Europe? Not 2020. What about Rashawn Daly? I think that he deserves to be part of a pool. Does he deserve a call-up right now? I still think that there's more that he needs to do, but I do believe that he deserves at least to be part of a training camp. Will Javon Easton move to England or Scandinavia? He scored 18 goals in 30 matches in Costa Rica Premier League. He's been doing fantastic, hasn't he? Goal after goal after goal. He just buckled down, settled, and just went bam, 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 bam. I think Scandinavia is a possibility for him. Brian Mighton. What? Brian, tune in. Oh, yeah, said to me. Brian, where I deal with, man? Everything is everything. What do you think about Butler pronouncement that Tapper killed his son Kyle's football hopes for future? How did Tapper kill it, though? Kyle has not even played a game for the first team for Jamaica, for senior team. How did Tapper kill it? Doesn't make any sense to me, honestly. Antonio Wasteman. Say that again. He is a waste man. There we go. Who is the 2 young right back player you would call up from England? Right back? Ethan Laird and Tony. Deshaun Anglin should get a move to England. He's 19. Yes, and there's 2 players at West Brom that Nathan was telling me about quite recently. I wonder, because let me just say it this way, right? So everybody knows who Nathan Carr is, right? Nathan is my brethren who come from the Midlands in England, and me and him do the show together and everything. So the 2 players, Nathan Ferguson and Ryan Tulloch. And him say both of them on the road to success. I watched Tulloch personally, and let me say this guy is somebody that can transform a nation. Ryan Tulloch, I'm telling you. Ryan McLean, Doncaster Rovers. I mean, you guys are intelligent. We can talk all night about those players. Backside 63 people in the stream. Come on, guys, let's get it to 100, and perhaps we'll double this. Maybe. Which Mikel Antonio from West Ham? There's only one Mikel Antonio. There's only one Mikel Antonio. Which EPL team do you support? Well, Mr. Wilson, this is going to be an interesting story. So in 1655, England colonized Jamaica, and they took charge of the land for a little over 300 years, 307 to be specific. And as you know, my surname is Preston, And it stems from the city of Preston in Lancashire. And that's exactly where half of my heritage came from, Lancashire, England. And specifically speaking, the city of Salford. Salford is in the city of Manchester. So Manchester United is here for me. It's in my heart. I'm not a glory supporter. All teams that I support is based on family heritage or something that I have a connection with. So when people ask me, who's your NBA team? I'm not American, you know? Every team that I support is because I have a connection to, because I can feel it. So Manchester United, Jamaica, the country of my birth, England, the country of half of my heritage. My local club team is Constant Spring FC. It's the area that I was raised in. So Constant Spring FC, that's playing football in the Casafa Super League. They're my local team. Although I enjoy watching Arnott Gardens play, my local team is Constant Spring FC. And I've just been through the year of them from Super League, Major League, Super League, Major League. But Constant Spring is my team, you know. I'm literally within a mile of the football club. I can walk my way and I'm at the stadium. I love the adrenaline in there. I love the project that Danny Lynn put together those years ago. So every team that I support, I have a connection to. So that's how it is. Alrighty, here we go. We have lost a lot of our players along the way. What happened to Sergio Campbell? And the list goes on. The list goes on indeed, my friend. Brian Morgan, do you think the fact that Bailey is on the side it draws quality players like Ravel and Bobby? I don't think that having Leon Bailey in Germany was a drawing point for Ravel or Bobby. Bobby always wanted to play for us, and Ravel of recent times, especially speaking with Marlon King at Birmingham City, decided to play for us. Brian Martin says Butler stated Tapper benched him at the under 23 level. If you mean in the under 23 qualifiers, the Olympic qualifiers, no, I wouldn't say that he stifled his career because what was out on the field was better than was on the bench. So I hope that answers your question. The money stuff says Ricardo Morris, Akeem Chambers, Amal Knight, Lamar Walker, Jomo should move to Europe to improve their chances for World Cup squad. Yes, sir, but it's not going to happen overnight, and it's not going to happen in one transfer window. Amal Knight just joined a team on loan in the USL League One. I think his time will come to go to Europe when he's in his late 20s, but just not tomorrow morning. Will Kevin Lambert move to Europe? Yes, but not in 2020. 2021, maybe. I think we should put any low. I think we shouldn't put any locals in the squad if they can't play at a higher level, especially since when I hear a guy like McGee saying that RSPL and schoolboy football don't prepare him well for Euro. So the thing is, I'm not saying that no local player should be part of the squad for the qualifiers. I'm saying a handful should, because that's how they're going to get that experience. Because imagine a young budding centre half comes into the mix locally. Imagine, for an example, Romain Breckenridge in camp with Adrian Mariappa, a seasoned Premier League campaigner. Think about the knowledge, the experience that he's going to get from Mariappa, the struggles Mariappa had to go through. That is more valuable. Just observing what's happening. What is Mariappa eating pre-match, post-match? When he's in the gym, I'm in the gym. Trust me, the traveling, the camaraderie, that experience, that is just invaluable. Anything JD Knight moving to Europe 2022? What about Niles from Arsenal? Ainsley Maitland-Niles? He is still waiting on England. Have we identified an attacking midfielder for Jamaica yet? Rabel Morrison, my friend. Jamal Lowe is an African. He's eligible for Ghana. His middle name is Akua. Okay. Ibrox Palmer, the man dramatic, Him tell a long story just for say United. What are your thoughts on City? Shit. The man is Stubbs. What about Ethan Laird? Like I said earlier, I do personally think we have an opportunity to get him, and I rate him so much as a right back. You and Craig Butler and Anthony Finnegan, sports agent, should become scouts for the Jamaican football team. Yo, Tony Finnegan is a boss, He was Marlon King's agent, and Tony. I chatted to Tony up to 2012. Yeah. Come on, Tony, a good youth. Frank Sinclair drew me to Chelsea in '98. Oh, did he now? Would you look at that? Damien Lowe attracting interest from Ivan Toney may play for Jamaica, but he is better than Shamar. Will Lewis Baker play for Jamaica? I honestly don't think so. Amal Knight already in his late 20s. Yeah, 26, but I'm talking about like 28, 29. Baker waiting on England. He won't make the English team. We know that already. If Andre Gray, Ivan Toney, Dwight Gale want to play for Yard, then Andre Gray, I can tell you as a fact, he would purchase his plane ticket tomorrow morning to play for Jamaica. How you guys discover these players with Jamaican heritage? How you scout them? Mr. Palmer, come on, man. Come on. Research. 1 out of every 4 black players that play professionally in England are born to Jamaican parents or grandparents. So it's no coincidence. No coincidence at all. Lewis Baker can never make the current England squad. Never. And I can tell you though, as well, David Nicholson, that you have players on Transfer Market website that don't have the Jamaican flag beside them, but still have Jamaican roots. Yeah. Tristan Abrahams, Newport County. And I can tell you up to 2 years ago, Jamie Lawrence and Ricardo Henning didn't have Jamaican flags beside their names. Rohan Ince. Yeah. YG6 Thomas. 6 as in 6 or 6 as in 6? Or 6 as in 6? Like 6? Tell him again, Simon. 2 out of 4. Well, 2 out of 4 is African players. 2 out of every 4 black players that play in England are of African descent. 1 out of every 4 black players are playing in England, Jamaican descent, and the other 1 out of 4 is another Caribbean nationality or Afro-Asian or Afro-Pacific. So like Fiji and Vanuatu and Solomon Islands and those islands there. Most of the English-based players are not good. Get out. Reggae Boyz fans, thank you very much for tuning in. I appreciate it. And don't forget to comment below. There's a lot of topics that I would like your advice on. I'd love your opinion on. There are certain areas of my life that I'd like your opinion and your thoughts there, but we'll get to that at some point down the road. Zone says Marcus Rashford. Rashford was born to parents from St. Kitts, my friend. He has 0 Jamaican heritage. Okay? The only players at Manchester United that have Jamaican heritage are Dimitri Mitchell, or Demi Mitchell for short, Ethan Laird, Damani Mello, and Dishan Bernard. Those are the players at Manchester United with Jamaican heritage. I had a chance to speak with Roshan Williams, the former Manchester United Academy player, and he says that he is waiting on an England call-up. So that was kind of disappointing for me. Very, very disappointing. One shot for my pain, one shot for my sorrows. If money is pumped into the program, better quality players will want to play for Jamaica. I suppose so. You know, people like winners and people are attracted to winners. So we're just going to have to progress on that. Yep. And football is quite a game, isn't it? David, I've read about 6 of your comments. What are you referring to? David, I read 6 of your comments. I read your comments more than anybody else. Are you referring to Nicholson, Roof, Andre Gray, Orgil, Reed, Ravel, Blake, Hector, Haka, Mariapa, Leon, Knight, Miller, Lawrence, Aarons, Bell, Powell, Lowe, Dunkley, Lowe, Foster, Lambert, Laird, and Walker? The only player in that list that I wouldn't want is Che Dunkley, because he is just another Shavar Thomas waiting to happen. And we don't want that at all. Not at all. So, Reggae Boyz fans, thank you for tuning in. If everything is going to be all right and everything will fall into place in time, just give me a big thumbs up. Just a big thumbs up. There we go. Thank you. What about Javan Anderson? He still has work to do. Javan knows what he needs to work on, and he's going to get there soon. He's going to get there in due time. I didn't say Dunkley is not a good defender, but we have better options. And I personally believe that he shouldn't be starting for Jamaica. If you want to call me an idiot, call me an idiot, but you're the one tuning into this stream with a guy that has a IQ of 180. You're tuning into the stream with the same guy that has predicted every single football match at the World Cup correctly since 2006. You're looking at the same guy that was the first Jamaican to ever be an analyst during the World Cup as a minor at 12 years of age. The only other man to do that was a man by the name of Liam Henriquez 2 years ago. Listen, I'm a trendsetter, okay? I'm an outlier. So when I speak facts. And when I say a player should not be starting, you need to trust my opinion. Because the knowledge that I've garnered, the experience I've garnered in this industry is valuable. So don't question my opinion, don't question my ability. I know exactly what I'm speaking about. All right? I'm an analyst. I'm a statistician. I'm a reporter. I'm a broadcaster. I'm multilingual. I have all the assets. All right? I'm not trying to be arrogant, but I know exactly what I'm speaking about. When there's a topic that I'm not familiar with, I'll come to you for advice. All right? Cool. And that reminds me, before we wrap up this show, clown go study your study ball. Well, remember, I'm the first and only Jamaican to win a sports quiz show on television too. Okay? So when you win a sports quiz show, you come to me And I'm the youngest man in the history of the entire Commonwealth. Let me repeat that. I'm the youngest man in the history of the entire Commonwealth to win a Prime Minister's Youth Award in sports journalism at 19 years of age. You'll never, ever see that happen. I have my credentials. And as Graham Souness says, put your medals on the table. There we go. Zona laugh. Participants need to be respectful. Yes, I agree. I'm not saying that we can't have banter. If he wants to tease me about some things, that's all right. But clown? Clown? Really? I don't look like a clown. I don't talk like a clown, do I? Clown? Is he serious? I'm a clown. Doesn't make sense to me at all. Ibrook Palmer. I don't hide my face. What are you talking about? Man's a Simon ignored man. We're good, man. We're good, man. I like banter. Jamaica not appealing to good English players because of poor management at JFF. Well, some of them don't know what the ins are until they come in. You know, understand me? So, how much time Jamaica win Caribbean Cup? 6 times. 6. 91, 98, 2005, 2008, 2010, and 2014. Bam, you see? I have the knowledge right up here. Right up here. Jamaica's first ever football match was 1925 against Haiti. We beat them 2-1. Yeah. All right. You want to list out all the World Cup winners as well? 1930 Uruguay, 34-38 was Italy, 1950 Uruguay, 54 West Germany, 58 Brazil, 62 Brazil, 66 obviously England, 1970 Brazil, 74 West Germany, 78 Argentina, 82 West. No man, Italy win 82, you know. 86 was Argentina, 1990 West Germany, 94, you know, was Brazil, 98 was France, 02 was Brazil, 06 was Italy, 2010 was Spain, 2014 was Germany, and 2018 was France. There you go. Yeah. You want me to list out English champions as well from back in the day? Do you know who won the English League title in 1971-72? You wouldn't know. Derby County. You want to know who was the first English team to ever win a league title? No, it's not Manchester United. It's Preston North End. I have a brain. Alrighty. If we don't have more questions, we can ask, you know, what is your prediction for 2026? Jamaica will be at that World Cup. Or you ask me who will win it? I'll tell you, I always say the year before the World Cup who's going to win it. Simpson is funny, man. Can we do a quiz? Meaning you ask me questions or I ask Una questions? Simon, he don't even know where those countries are. Why you no go a scouting job? 6, there are no vacancies there. All right. Let me tell you something. The most successful team in England, Manchester United, 20 titles. Liverpool, 18 titles. You know who the third most successful club in England are? Arsenal, 13 titles. You know who the fourth most successful club are? Everton, 9 titles. Yeah. And down the line, you have Aston Villa, Sunderland. Yeah. Do you know that Sunderland has more league titles than Newcastle United? Yeah, Sunderland 6, Newcastle 4. Do you know who won the league title when Jamaica got their independence? So that'll be 61-62 season. Ipswich Town, Sir Alf Ramsey. Who else? You know? You want to know the years that Liverpool won their Champions League titles? 1977, 1978, 1981, 1984, 2005, and 2019, unfortunately. You know who was the first British club to win the European Cup? Celtic, obviously, 1967. You know what year Aston Villa won the European Cup? 1982. You know what year Nottingham Forest win them thing? Well, a little before that. 81. A little before that, man. 79 and 80. You know? I have this. Simon, what clubs are interested in Nicholson, Burke, and Norman Campbell? Norman Campbell, the Italian club is still deciding whether to take him or not. Burke is Borussia Mönchengladbach, and Nicholson is Hertha Berlin. Oh. Who will win the next World Cup? I will tell you, Howard, in 2021 who will win the next World Cup. But I'll tell you from now, it will not be a South American team. You can check the archives, you know. You can check my Instagram too. I've predicted every World Cup since 2006. Ask Stratton Palmer, ask Jeffrey Maxwell, ask Simon Crosskill, ask Oral Tracy, ask Patrick Anderson. I mean, name Simon Preston, all right? I don't think I have to defend myself. Because if you're not from Jamaica and you don't watch football, then fine. But you don't have any excuse otherwise. Could you give me a rundown on your 23-man squad who you use for the qualifiers? Honestly, Joel, 23, that's quite a list, you know. But goalkeepers, Andre Blake, Amal Knight, and Dwayne Miller. The centre forwards, well, the forwards, I would say you're talking about Shamar Nicholson, Bobby Reed, in addition to them, Kemar Beckford has to be part of that mix of proceedings. We spoke earlier about Deva Orgil. He has to be in it. Kemar Roof, that's 5. I think the midfield and the defense kind of picks itself in terms of the depth and bench options. Those are areas that we're going to have to really consider. Since you're so accurate, give me the best 11 for Jamaica World Cup qualifiers. Listen, we still have 5 players that need to get Jamaican passports, okay? Which club Jermaine Johnson made his Bolton debut against? I think Arsenal. Mike Henry, 95-year-old Mike Henry coming in at the comments. Bombat! Jamaica are short of players born in England, but the challenge is getting them to play for Jamaica because they have a stronger interest in England, and I don't blame them for that. Well, you have to be realistic. You ask us the questions. Okay, I'll ask one question. You are a Google analyst. Okay, then. Yeah, I spoke about Nottingham Forest in 79 and 80. Yeah, man. Simon, not saying anything new. If you young and don't research, you won't know. Yeah, man. Will Jamaica win Gold Cup 2021? No. What are Caribbean's chances? Getting to a semi-final is still going to be, you know, something that should be our minimum expectation. But are we going to win the Gold Cup in 2021? No. Answer me, Jermaine Johnson question. Think of Arsenal. I disagree. Brazil are going to win. Behave. Mr. Palmer. Brazil is not going to win another World Cup until you become a father. Sorry, sir. Why don't more Jamaicans try out some of the South American leagues? There's a challenge. Some are afraid of the language barrier, which I think is a lame excuse. Some of them are just captivated by the wages that are in North America and Europe. The Brazilian wages are not necessarily the best, but still, you're playing in Samba land, you know? Is Jamaica going to the next World Cup? You all know the answer to that already. France, England, or Germany will win the next World Cup. Ravel, he's coming. Will Jamaica win the next Gold Cup? No, we won't. Jamaica scored Pep Barca 2010 Spain, Germany 2014, in which in 2022 England. England will win, but I don't want that. I'd love England to win the next World Cup, but I think they'll go on another semi-final run. Appreciate it, Mr. Perry. Thank you very much. You not even tell me Happy Father's Day, my daughter soon before. I hope you enjoyed your day, sir. I didn't even know you were a father. Yo, what's going on in Jamaica? Everybody younger than me is becoming a father? God. But guys, don't rush it, honestly. Everybody's on their own timelines. Don't compare yourself to other people, please. Don't compare yourself to other people. Your time will come. You'll find that special young lady, and all will be well. Okay? Yeah. Chris, the sports guy. What's going on, Christopher Scott? All is well? Yeah, man, good to hear from you, man. England can't win the next World Cup, says Six Thomas. Why not? They have the ability to, but will they? No. Jamaica to win the next World Cup. Yeah, and then the alarm clock will wake me up, right? Ibrook Palmer says, I didn't say thanks, though. Chris, the sports guy, said, remember we to do the analyst show. Yeah, man, we're going to do an Instagram live one day, man. Yeah, man, yourself, man. We'll do an Instagram live one day and just chat. So appreciate you tuning in, guys. And guys, remember to subscribe to Chris, the sports guy, on YouTube. He's doing some great stuff at Mellow TV as well. So stay tuned for him. Quite versatile as well. This guy will talk to you about baseball all night, American football, hockey. The man will talk to you about any single sport in the world. Golf, Jackson, marbles, dandy shandy. Chris will talk to you about all of them sports there all night. I believe a South American team will win the next World Cup, says Hannah Simpson. That's your opinion, but do you want to trust tradition? All right. Zone says England are going to flop again. If by flop you mean get eliminated at the semi-final stage, I'll take that. Brazil is not going to win the next World Cup. Honestly, if somebody said Brazil is going to win the next World Cup in the comments one more time, I'm going to scream. Do you think the African team will ever win the World Cup? Not in the foreseeable future. No problem, Chris. Belgium will win the next World Cup. Rancel, don't give it the answer, man. Sure. Trent Boring is top of the right coach. I've expressed my opinion on this topic for the past 4 years. What's the best African team? Nigeria. Omar Perry. Love it. I'm in Philadelphia and I really enjoy your knowledge of the game up. And you gave some information about yourself tonight. Let me understand why you're so versed on the game. Cool. Well, I guess I can highlight that for the last couple of minutes. So it all started when I was about 5 or 6 years old. I'd walk around with a notebook with me where I carry scores of matches, and that kind of helped me to build up the knowledge base that I have right now. It turned out that one day I met veteran broadcaster Stratton Palmer and veteran football coach Jeffrey Maxwell in the lobby of a hotel. We started talking about football from the 1870s. They were impressed with what I knew. They took me on radio. I impressed there. And I became an analyst during the World Cup of 2006 when I was 12 at the time. Oh, great. That gives away my age now. But yeah. In 2010, there was a sports quiz show called Set Play. I won it. And that was the floodgates that opened the door for me. Analyst for the Under-17 World Cup 2011, which Jamaica participated in. 2012, analyst during the 2012 Olympic Games. 2014 World Cup. analyst there as well. Did some analysis as well in other sports. The Jamaica Tallows in cricket in the 2014 and 2015 seasons of the CPL. Did some work in 2016 as well when they won the title. 2017, well, 2016 was key to that Jamaican victory over Chile, highlighting the strengths of Chile and being able to neutralize them to help us get that 2-1 victory. 2017, 2018, analyst, World Cup again. Done some analysis for the Reggae Boyz as well, that run to the Gold Cup final 2017 and the Caribbean Cup final 2017. So I have just a bit, I have a slight idea. I don't know what I'm doing. So yeah. So now you guys know. Now you guys know the history. So yeah, it all started in 2006, 14 years ago. Tristan Abrahams is set to play for Grenada for Gold Cup 2021. Based on my conversations with him, Trinidad are onto him. I spoke to him on WhatsApp a couple of weeks ago. His dream is Jamaica, but like I was saying to him, I'm just not sure that Tapa is looking at him. So if Trinidad wants to call him up, then they can. And what's his name? Trinidad's coach, Terry Fenwick. Terry Fenwick asked me for his number, so I just gave it to him. I said, go, because we're not going to cry over not having Tristan Abrahams in the squad, so that's all right. Which club is looking at Andre Blake? Queen's Park Rangers. All right, Reggae Boyz fans, it's been great. It's been fantastic. Thank you very much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. And next time, when we do this, get your shot glasses. Let's have some shots. And let's have some more shots. And anytime you talk nonsense or ask a foolish question, I'll have a shot. All right? I have to get this out of my system now. All right, guys. Take care. We'll be in touch. And please, like the video. All right?